is brought to you guys by SwitchBot, and we're taking a look at their really awesome SwitchBot curtain. This is my absolute favorite device of this year, or at least smart device of this year. What exactly can this do? It can actually open your curtains using either remote control, or using your phone, or using your voice. Imagine waking up in the morning and you just get out from bed, and instead of dealing with the curtains are either A, already open due to your schedule that you set inside of the application, or all you have to do is be like, instead of, some people don't get up at the same time every single day and they don't want light in their face. So all you could do is you could wake up and be like, Alexa, open the curtains, and Alexa will go ahead and open the curtains right away. This device is really interesting, and the best part is it has a really cool application designed for you as well. What I mean by that is, instead of just having a typical curtain opener where you can open it all the way and close it all the way, you can actually choose between 0 and 100%. So if you want a little bit of light to leak in at first so you don't get blinded, you can go ahead and do that within the application. But they took it to the next level. This thing can actually make it so the curtains automatically open when there is light sensed on the device itself. So if you want it, because not everyone is using this in their bedroom. This may be a bedroom that we're using for the sake of this video. However, a lot of people might be using this in their living room, and by the time they walk downstairs, they don't want to walk downstairs in pitch black, so they want their curtains already open. Well, if that's you and you want to use this in your living room, you may use that light sensing feature where when it detects light at 7 a.m. in the morning or whatever time it is, it'll automatically go ahead and open. And if you get enough of these, you can actually have it so your entire house can open simultaneously in terms of curtains. You could technically be like, Alexa, open every single curtain, and it can. Inside the application, you also get a delay setting if you want it to wait a little bit before it goes and opens the curtain. And then, of course, you can also schedule it, as I mentioned. There's also 2 different modes. You get performance mode, and then you get quiet mode. So if you're using this in a room where there is a baby, and you don't want to wake the baby, but you want them to start realizing that, it's morning now, then this might be the ultimate way to go ahead and do so. It also comes in 2 different colors. I didn't fully realize that the curtains here are black, but however I put it, for the sake of this video, we're going to make it so I'm not going to install it 100% properly, as you guys can see. I am going to install it so you guys can see it in action first, okay? So don't follow the way that I do it in the video at first. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to set it up properly so it's virtually invisible, and then you guys will be able to see how it works exactly. The setup process is a little bit of work. I will say this. On the other hand, once you set it up, you'll never have to set it up ever again. But when you do set this thing up, you got to get it. You got to make it so you got the right type of rail. On their website itself, you choose the color, white or black. Then you have to choose whether it's U-rail or rod. And you can also choose between a single pack, a starter pack of 2 units, or a home pack of 4 different units. All right? Once you jump into the application, you then have to pair it, and you also have to go and install this thing on your curtain rail. Now, for the most part, it's pretty easy. It's a matter of literally clamping it down, and everything is done for you. There's absolutely no screws. There's no tinkering with it. The tedious part comes when you have to go and set it up, because this thing doesn't actually know how wide your curtains are or how much you want them open. So, of course, you have to go and, kind of mess with it. There's a collaboration setting, and you need to calibrate it every single time you go and calibrate it. Sometimes you get it a little off, and then the thing is just sitting there with the motor kind of buzzing on the right, and then you have to go calibrate it a few times. So it took me 3 times to get it completely right. So when you are going and setting this up, keep that in mind. And then once it is set up, it's basically good forever. So that's the thing you can look forward to. The other cool thing that I'm a big fan of is, let's say you live in a big house. This is another cool feature that a lot of people are going to love. Let's say you don't care about automation, you don't care about scheduling, and you don't care about the fact that this thing is able to open your curtains directly from within the application itself. Some people have giant curtains, and they simply don't want to deal with the fact that their curtain needs to get moved from all the way on this side all the way to that side of the room. It's absolutely tedious. Well, get this. My favorite feature with this thing is that if you go and just give your curtains a slight open, it will do the rest of the work for you. All you have to do is go give your curtains a little pull. It'll realize you're trying to open the curtains themselves, and it will automate the rest of the process. The entire curtain will use the motor to open all the way to the right or all the way to the left. My other favorite thing about this cool little system is that you can customize it just the way you want. You see, a lot of people are going to be like, but wait, what if I want my curtains to open to the right every single day because I am OCD like that? Well, it's completely possible. You can actually choose whether your curtains open all the way to the right. You can also choose whether it opens all the way to the left, or get this, like in this particular setup that we're working on right now, you can actually make it so it opens from the middle, and that way half your curtains are on the right and half your curtains are on the left, exactly the way the majority of our houses look like in the first place. So, all in all, this thing, I think they thought about every single possible thing you could dream of when it comes to curtain control. And to be honest, it is one of the tedious things we do in the morning. Now that we're getting to the point where we're trying to automate every single thing in the house, you want your lights to turn on as you enter the house, you want your curtains to open. The other cool thing about this is something that has to do with dads. A lot of dads like, keeping the curtains closed whenever they leave the house. And let's say you forgot to close the curtain, or worse, you are now an hour into your drive, you're going on a road trip, and you forgot about the fact that you forgot to close all the curtains. You don't want people peeking into your house. Well, in that case, you could jump onto your phone real quick and be like, Alexa, close the curtains, and boom, it'll go ahead and close the curtains. It also has a few other interesting things. It has timer control and scene control built into it as well. So all in all, it's really, really cool. Now, a few specifications. URail requirements do make it so your curtain rod itself has to be between, I think, 12.5 millimeters up to 6 millimeters. I think you guys should go and check out the website itself. They have some really, really useful images. So don't go ahead and order this before you check your curtain and see like how wide it is, how big it is, and then you go and match it up with what they have on their website. What the millimeters thing I just said might not be fully accurate. Go ahead and definitely check out their website for exact specifications on whether or not this is fully compatible. But they did design it, so I'm pretty sure it works with majority of curtains, so you're pretty much set to go. As I mentioned in the last video, you can also go ahead and pair this directly with your, you could pair it with Siri, you could pair it with Google Assistant, Alexa. It also works with IFTTT, SmartThings, and Clova, which I haven't worked with in the past. However, if that's something that you use, you might want to look into it. So, all in all, guys, I think it's really, really cool. You also might be able to use this to get a little bit of energy savings as well. See, according to the site, they say with the help of the built-in sunlight sensor, your curtains can be set to close during the daytime in the summer, blocking out the sunlight to save on air conditioning. You can also set it to open during the day, so you'll enjoy a warm room, and your heat will have to do a little bit less of work. So I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you might even get yourself some energy savings using the automated feature built directly into this. So all in all, guys, go ahead and check this out. Last but not least, I think a lot of people are going to be like, wait a minute, how often do I have to recharge these or change the batteries on these? Well, not to worry, it lasts 8 months. However, if you're someone who never wants to buy another battery ever again, well, you can go ahead and get their other thing. They really did think of everything. This company's like amazing. See, all you have to do is get their SwitchBot Solar, you plug it into the SwitchBot curtain, and now the sun powers it all the time for the rest of eternity, and you never have to charge it up ever again. All in all, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Check out the remote itself down below and the SwitchBot curtain. The remote makes life easier. You just click it, it opens, click the other button, and it closes. And of course, the curtain thing itself that allows you to just, have a more seamless approach to dealing with the curtains inside of your house. This is going to be me